Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of our manager's journey on 1920 gaming in FIFA 20 career mode. We're starting today's episode off with the squad report that we talked about in the last episode. So we're starting off here with Jules. This guy next season could possibly be on his way. Kinsella is going to be staying. He's had a fairly solid season for us, played every game, vice captain at the moment as well. Hardy's had a pretty amazing season again for the second season in a row now. Still feels like he plays well above his overall, and he's got a plus in the goal contributions to games ratio again, 2 seasons in a row. So yeah, it's been another good one for him. Underneath him we've got Lorenzi. It's his first season. It's took a bit of time for him to settle in. He's not got bad numbers, but he just felt a little bit underwhelming. I expected more out of him, a lot more to be honest, because he was head and shoulders in overall above what we had at the time, and pretty much what we've still got now, to be honest. He's had a couple of decent patches of form, but as you can see with his numbers, when he goes missing, he really goes missing. So yeah, he's one of them. He blows really hot or really cold. Lavery, there's nothing more to say about Lavery. Just like Hardy, his second exceptional season. There's no way this guy should only be a 66. He feels way better. And we dropped him at the beginning of the season, which is a mistake that won't be repeated again. Roberts, he's quite possibly on his way out. He's been better this season than he was last season. But yeah, I think it might be time for him to go. This lad Morgan, he's coming on a lot in his overall. I don't think it'll be long till he reaches 70 now. He's not got overwhelming numbers, but the style and the system that we're playing at the moment is not allowing him to get them. But I still think this lad's going to be special. He's still really young as well, which is good. Roberts is another one who's probably on his way out. His numbers are not bad. Defends well, he's quick. But his mistakes this season have cost us. Benin, he's probably got another season in him, I reckon, before we swap him out for Giles. Clark might be dropping to the bench as well. This guy comes over, again, a lot better than his overall. Probably the most exciting player at the club, I would say. His numbers are actually phenomenal considering he comes off the bench. Pretty much that's all he's doing. Maybe following this he'll get a proper good run in the team, especially with Jackson gone now as well. Yeah, I'm impressed with him. McKeith, it's a bit hard to judge him at the moment because we've only recently really swapped him to centre back, and then he's been swapping in and out with Roberts as well. But again, just like Kamsaba, following this squad report, he's probably going to get a good run in the team. Harrison, I've got to say, being brutally honest, not impressed. He's another one who's been underwhelming. Fair enough, we got him as a free agent, but you can sort of see why. Not really enjoyed using him. Giles hasn't had a good consistent run in the team yet, so hard to judge him. But in that new look back four, he could be quite exciting. Ward's on his way out. Peterson probably on his way out. I'm sick of him moaning. Nicholson's going to get a run in the team now, so we'll judge him from there. Underneath him, I mean, look at the growth on Nicholson before we go on to Norman. This guy also on his way out. Gordon, probably another season before we do anything with him, just because we're short of numbers in his position. But he's starting to not like the amount of game time that he gets, but he's not good enough to get in at the moment. Harrison, This guy feels really good to use. He's definitely going to get some training drills at some point. Still only 16, play on either wing. Taylor, he's probably going to be on his way out. He's just in a position where we've got too many players ahead of him. And this guy here, Kelly, he scored in the game that he's played in, but he's only been used once. And Baker, I'm not going to get rid of this guy just yet either. We're going to give him some training, get him up to a decent level and see what he's about. So yeah, some decisions to be made. Obviously we've got a lot of people we're looking to get out that we've sorted already. If we sort this by squad role, Lavery is definitely going to be crucial again next season. Lorenzi may have to go if he doesn't pick it up, because we've got players coming in that position who are also in a crucial squad role. Hardy, he's going to stay crucial as well. Kinsella, maybe, I'm not sure yet. And Benning probably for another season while we start training up Giles. The rest of them are either important or below, so that's not too much of an issue. But that is the squad report, guys, for the middle of the season. Maybe even the last one this season, unless we do another season review at the end. We might pop one in there, again, undecided at the moment. But yeah, that's it for the January one, guys. Or the mid-season one is probably the more accurate way of putting it. As you can see with the team sheets, we've made the changes I was on about. We've got McKeith permanently in there. Nicholson's permanently in there now. Cam Solber was as soon as Jackson went, but he's permanently in there now, no matter what system we're playing in. We're trying to hold on for this season, trying to get up to the next division, but at the same time planning for next season, player growth and whatnot. As you can see, we're still 4 and 5 points behind second and first. All we can do at the moment now, starting against Gillingham, is just keep trying to win, keep trying to put as much pressure on them. Try not to think about what's going on below us, because that gap's not as wide as I would like it. I think that's all we've got to do now. We'll just have a look at what's going on in this episode. Like I said, we've got the game against Gillingham, which will be the played one. Then we've got highlights of both Wimbledon and Blackpool. And then in the next episode, we'll start with the Wickham game, instead of doing it in this one. And that's the plan for this episode, guys.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
So we've got the game underway. Hopefully we're just gonna, there's not really any pressure on us as such now, so hopefully we can find our rhythm, which I've been struggling to do in the last few episodes. We can get a nice win, good dominant performance with a lot of goals. Being at home is the plan. And just continue to apply pressure to both Charlton and Portsmouth, and try and get that automatic promotion place if we can. Well, the first 10 minutes are over and we definitely not finding that rhythm that I was talking about. If anything, even though we're at home, it's Gillingham that has started on the front foot. We're actually really struggling at the moment. We're defending this corner now with Cam Sorber. He's come away with the ball and he's put a lot of distance between himself and the chasing pack, and that is a beautiful ball through to Laurenti. Laurenti's through now. You've got to score. You've got to score. He has scored. First chance of the game. It's 1-0, and that is a beautiful counter. We've gone from defending a corner to take in the lead ourselves. Cam Sorba done brilliantly on the front post, defending the corner. He's just ran up the pitch, gained us some yards, and what a through ball he played. And that is a nice finish from Lorenzi, who I was just talking about, having to step his game up with the players that we've got coming in next season. And that's not a bad way to respond to what I've asked. And yeah, just like that, we are 1-0 up. And it's Gillingham now to get the game back underway. They'll probably feel a little bit hard done by because they have been the better team. But that was a really incisive and quick counter-attack. I was very impressed with that one. So we're almost at the half-hour point now, guys, and we've just lost the ball again. Since we've scored, it's gone back to how it were. Gillingham have been the team in control, but they're not really hurting us anymore like they were doing earlier, winning corners and stuff like that. They've had a lot of the ball without being hurtful at all. But unfortunately we're not creating much either. As you're watching, you're seeing that right now. We get so far and then it gets cut out and just whacked away, and we have to start all over again. But this time we switched it out to the left. Benning's coming in, he's coming in. Hardy's made a nice little run there, he's found him, and it's 2-0. First time shot from Hardy, and the man has stepped up again. We've been talking about in the squad report how he has been consistently above his levels for the 2 seasons we've been using him now. He just ghosts into the far post there, no one picks up the run, and it's a it's hit with conviction, that shot. First time, just lets it roll across himself, smacks it in, keeper no chance, and that is 2-0 without playing at our best. We've got a good couple of goals now. And we're coming up to half time. We've had a lot more of the ball since the second goal without really doing much with it. We've just been taking our time, being patient, being sensible, if you like. We're just knocking the ball around nicely here, just waiting for an opening. There wasn't one. I was just looking for a pass there wasn't one, so we've hit it with Lavery. It's caught me a little bit by surprise, that one, but right before half time we're 3-0 up. And that probably is the killer goal, to be honest. There wasn't much of a reaction to this one because I don't remember hitting the ball there with Lavery. He had so many men around him, but it didn't matter. And the big 2 players for Walsall back on the score sheet again, Hardy and Lavery. And that is 3-0, and I would say, like I just mentioned, that's probably the points now. We've not played well. We've been nowhere near in our rhythm. We've not been flying like we have been for the last week or so in the episodes we've done now. But yeah, we are 3-0 up, and I suppose at the moment that's what matters. So we've reached just past the 70 minutes mark. There's just 20 minutes to go, and really in the second half there has been absolutely nothing to show so far. This feels a bit like the end of the first half, but this time it hasn't come off. We didn't get a chance or a shot away. We have recycled it though, but yeah, like I was saying, it's been a really uneventful half. I don't know if it's me, because I'm physically a lot more tired after being doing the hours that have been done at work, but I just can't get into a rhythm at the moment. Really struggling. It's weird saying that when we're 3-0 up, but it is the case. As you can see, we just ran into trouble again there. Yeah, it probably is me. But at least at the moment, even though we're not playing at our best, it's said in real life and it's true, and that is an amazing block. Absolutely brilliant, that one. Yeah, you got to keep picking up points when you're not playing well, and that's just exactly what we're doing at the minute. We've got through here with Cam Sorba. We're not in a dangerous position as such, but he's done well to ride that slide tackle. It could be dangerous now. It is. It's Lorenzi again. It's the same combination as the first goal. Cam Sorba to Lorenzi, back of the net. I didn't think there was any danger for Gillingham here, to be honest, but Cam Sorba's done absolutely brilliantly. Lorenzi's found a gap. He's managed to take a touch to set himself, get it onto his right foot, and once he's done that, the keeper had no chance. And again, without being brilliant, we now find ourselves 4-0 off. So we're in the last couple of minutes now, guys. We're still 4-0 up. We're still struggling to play as well as we could, but I'm not going to moan while we're 4-0 up. So this is probably going to be the last bit to the action of the game now. And this will be the last bit of commentary from the episode. But don't forget, we've got the highlights of the 2 games to follow. If you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. It'd help an awful lot. And yeah, guys, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.